Hi you guys, welcome to my channel. This is Royalty. Today we're going to do my very own rendition of Latte viral makeup tutorial. And anyway you guys, we're going to also tap into the makeup solutions and how to use all different on all kinds of them. And if you're interested in finding out how all this came about, let's hop right into this makeup tutorial. You guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Royalty, and today we are going to do my own rendition of latte makeup while we tackle the makeup sponges that we have in the makeup field. For anyone who does not know why you need this small tool right here, today we're going to learn the nitty and gritties of the reason why we use this type of tool in our makeup routine. And by the way you guys, I'm going to use this eyeshadow palette. It is Essence Coffee to Glow eyeshadow palette. When I bought it from this game is a drugstore. Actually, I was just passing by. I wasn't going to buy any makeup, anything. I was passing by and I entered and I found this baby to be selling at 50 rand. I think they have a reason why they were selling it out for 50 rand, but we're going to use this to achieve our latte makeup. And anyway, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and prime my eyelids, and I'm using my L'Oreal Paris Infallible Concealer, and the shade is Honey. And I'm going to mix this concealer with the shade Honey from Rimmel London. And I think the reason why I want to mix the two again on top of my eyelids, it is because I want my latte makeup to really be looking like it's a latte makeup. And anyway you guys, I think I like the lighting today. Normally if we don't have the sun outside, when it's cloudy outside, I find that my lights, they become very cooperating and your sister looks like she has some glow. And anyway you guys, I'm going to carry on and I'm going to apply a transitional shade. I'm not going to use this, it doesn't have a mirror, so anyway I'm going to use my regular eyeshadow palette as a mirror. And then I'm blending this concealer and I'm going to place it and dab it right on my nose bridge so that we don't have lines of demarcation when we are applying our products. And anyway you guys, I'm going to use this crease brush. I'm going to go for this brownish color. And I'm just, ooh, Jesus Christ, I'm just going to apply on my crease area. Wow. I'm not sure if the monitor can pick this color as it is. Let me go to this eyeshadow color and use it as my transitional shade. I'm glad that this eyeshadow palette has a transitional shades. Not one, but two. And one of the things that made me excited when I started to check out and swatch this before I could even buy it in the store was the fact that this marble color right here, it is swatching so beautiful. Unlike many other marble colors, it swatches super beautiful. And you guys have been watching the trending latte makeup tutorials from different YouTubers, different makeup artists, and that way you guys, I think I learned a thing in it too. And one thing that I think I took home was the fact that this viral tutorial, it is more about the browns and the bronze colors. If you can apply your shimmers, you can still achieve a beautiful look from it. And then you guys, with a precise crease brush, I'm going to go back to this eyeshadow which I have applied on my crease area. I'm just going to apply and reinforce the color, and I'm going to do the same on this side. I think using this eyeshadow palette for this viral makeup tutorial was actually a good move on my side. It doesn't mean that I don't have eyeshadow palettes with the very same colors, but I think the thought of doing this tutorial was becoming into reality when I realized that I have a coffee eyeshadow palette. And I'm just going to place this color right on my outer corner, and I'm just going to keep applying like this. And I just want to have the pigment right on my outer corner. I'm going to do the same on this side. I think using this eyeshadow palette was a great move because latte is another form of a coffee family, so we are just using this. And then you guys, when it comes to my shimmery eyeshadows, I'm going to apply this eyeshadow. Just going to apply on the middle part of my eyelids. I can't see the monitor clearly, but I just hope that the monitor picked this eyeshadow beautifully. And I'm just going to take with my finger, which was not necessary. But I'm just going to then go ahead and apply. Okay. I think I'm impressed with this. I've never really made the color combination of this kind. And I think this is taking me out of my comfort zone. Even though I know that I'm one person that like to apply the bronze colors, but I never really attempted something of this nature before. So, which leads us to the eyeshadow I'm going to apply on my inner corner, which is also a shimmery eyeshadow. And I'm just going to place and take it halfway through the lid I don't think I would have attempted a look like this if I wasn't using this color. Simply because I like my brown colors, you guys. I just like to have a deeper outer corner. But I'm actually glad I took this chance with this eyeshadow palette. I'm going to go ahead and apply an eyeliner, and I'm going to make a small wing and not going to really make it a dramatic eye wing. I'm just going to go ahead and apply. And you guys, the eyeliner has just destroyed my eye. I'm going to show you how I fix any mistake of that kind since we encountered that mistake. I'm going to show you how I corrected that issue. Those are the kind of situations that you may come across as you apply your makeup. You realize that you have applied your eyeshadows, you are done applying your makeup, and then here you are applying your eyeliner, and your eyeliner is just going the other direction and it is just messing up your look. So normally I will take my concealer. I'm going to place the concealer right here. Then I'm going to take the brush that I was using to apply my concealer. And I'm just going to place right here. Like this. Going to go and take the brush that I was using to apply this eyeshadow, and I'm just going to apply. And there you guys, we have fixed our. I'm going to take the concealer. I'm just going to clean the wing. And then you guys, I'm going to go ahead and apply mascara. The mascara I'm going to apply is from Essence, and I can see that today we're going to be Essence dominated, because even the foundation I brought Essence, even the primer is Essence, only that I don't have a setting powder from Essence. I used to have, but I gave it away. You know, you guys, I used to value Makeup Revolution eyeshadow palettes more than the Essence eyeshadow palettes, but I think after my encounter with Makeup Revolution, with the eyeshadows, we're actually separating and rubbing off after you have applied your setting spray. I'm not only impressed, but I can see that the Essence has upped their notch. They have really amped up their game. And I'm going to go ahead and apply my eyelashes. These eyelashes, they are from Kiss and their style is sultry. And then I'm taking it to my outer corner. Then I'm going to place on my inner corner. And then I'm clipping my fake lash to my natural lashes. And anyway, you guys, I realized that only these eyelashes, they are actually applying seamlessly on my eyes, unlike many others. Alright you guys, for my under eye, I'm going to use this Essence Coffee to Glow Under Eye Energy Treatment. They said it has caffeine. I think that is the reason why they said it's Coffee to Glow. It looks like everything that Essence did right here, it was actually to use a lot of coffee. When I started to see this range in the store, it was actually, they had almost the whole range for face, eyeshadow, a lot of things. I think even the brushes, I think I saw the brushes as well. So you guys, I'm going to go ahead and apply my primer, and the primer that I'm going to apply, it is also from Essence. It's a Fix and Last Jelly Creeping Primer, and I'm just going to apply and make a base for my foundation application. And you guys, I don't know if this formula can really be a dupe for your famous Hydro Creep Primer. This primer, by the way, you guys, I found it to be really doing a very good job in hydrating my skin. So normally I like to pair it with this foundation that is also from Essence. And by the way, you guys, like I said, you guys, in today's makeup tutorial, we're going to talk about the brushes. And I think I forgot to use one of them brushes. We're going to talk about all things makeup sponges. And by the way, you guys, this sponge that I have right here, it is from Urban Studio. I think this brand, I found it at Discam, not Clicks. Anyway, you guys, we have different type of makeup sponges or different designs of makeup sponges. This very first makeup sponge, it is a teardrop. They call it a teardrop or a egg-shaped makeup sponge. And then this one is also an egg-shaped, but it is sculpted. And as you can see, the reason why they say it is sculpted is because it has this type of, is it an edge? It has this type of flatness on the side. It is not as round as this one. So this one is called the sculpted makeup sponge. And this type, they call it a microfiber velvet makeup sponge. And different brands that are producing this kind of makeup sponge, they say it absorbs about 70% less foundation or less product. And they said if you want your foundation or your product to look airbrush, you can use it. And anyway, you guys, and then we have this one, which is also a microfiber. But if you don't have the one that is microfiber, you have the microfiber free, then you will be using it for application of your cream product, for your cream foundation. This is what you will be using. Before you use a sponge, you need to ensure that it is damp. And by the way, you guys, this is not a damp sponge, it's a wet sponge. You need to squeeze the water out of your sponge like this. And normally I will use a towel to dry it up, and I will squeeze it for some time. But for other times I will use a toilet paper and I will just squeeze. Oh, squeeze. You guys, this is a dry sponge and this sponge is a damp sponge. I'm not sure if you guys can see that a damp sponge actually extends and grows inside, unlike when it is dry. When it's dry, you can apply your cream and dry products with them, but if you're going to apply any liquid product, you're going to need to use a damp makeup sponge. And I know you guys, you always see me using this Real Technique one, but I'm no longer using Real Techniques. I think I got disappointed with this makeup sponge because it was just cracking. Soon as I started using it, it started to crack, so I decided to go cheap and really have many that can crack at the same time as that one of the Real Techniques. I no longer love Real Techniques anyway, you guys. So you guys, this one is from Luella. And the texture of these two makeup sponges are not the same. Not just the color, but the texture. And anyway, you guys, this one, like I said, it is microfiber, and this one is microfiber free. And if you're going to apply your powder, you need to ensure that it is not damp. If you're going to use this one for your powder, you need to use this for powder while it is dry. After you have applied your liquid product, you can as well go ahead and apply your powder with this. I always set my under eye with this type. So you guys, I'm going to go ahead and use two different textures of this for you to see the type of look that we're going to get from the two of these. And anyway, you guys, for foundation, I'm going to use my regular Essence Long Lasting and dip the foundation on in the middle part of my face and going outward. And then I'm going to go ahead and blend with the microfiber free makeup sponge. And you guys, this type of sponge is blending very beautiful. I think I can also say it is actually applying better. And I'm going to take my foundation, going to apply also on the other side. And as you can see, you guys, it is absorbing less product. That is why I think it needs me to blend a little bit more, because it's not really absorbing a lot of product. And you guys, I think you can see a clear difference between the two. And as you can see, you guys, this product, where it actually touched the foundation, you can really see it has about 3-4 dots, but there is nothing really penetrated through the surface of it. It is just flowing on top of this velvet. Both of these, they are not taking a lot of product, but this one, it is taking extremely less product, unlike this one. But anyway, you need both of sponges to be damp for them not to absorb a lot of liquid product, liquid foundation, liquid concealer. You need them to be damp before you can even use them. But please be warned, both of them, they get to be too dry. So as you apply your product, you may need to respray with your setting spray so that you keep the moisture into both. And you know, you guys, another way in which you can blend or apply your foundation is if you are using, I'm just going to try and apply right here. But anyway, you guys, you know me, I can't let my foundation be looking like this with a brush only. I always use a sponge to just ensure that I even out and make it to look as skin-like as possible. I'm going to go ahead and apply concealer, and I'm going to apply the L'Oreal Paris Infallible Concealer. And I'm going to lighten this concealer of mine using the shade Honey, and it is from Rimmel London. And then, guys, we have this type of sponge, which we call it a wedge sponge or count wedge sponge. We find them in a package that has a lot of them. When I started applying makeup, I was using this to blend my concealer. And this type of product does ensure that your product is getting into the areas in which your normal sponge or brushes cannot really touch or cannot really get in. That way, I'm able to even apply right here. I used to normally apply my powder with this when I didn't have a beauty blender. So if you are starting and then you find this type of product, this is how you use it. But you know, I'm going to end up applying this because I'm no longer used to using that. And you guys, taking the concealer again, I'm just going to apply on my forehead. And using the other side of discount wedge, I'm just going to go ahead and blend my concealer on my forehead. And by the way, you guys, I think this is also good for if you are going to touch up your makeup. You can always use this type of sponge. And anyway, I'm going to go ahead and, even though nowadays, you guys, I find them to really be touching the smallest area, so I'm going to apply my highlighting powder on my forehead using the Luella makeup sponge. And you guys, if you can remember in one of my videos in which I was setting and also applying a baking powder, I was using this side of the sponge, in which they will say it's a sculpted part of the sponge. I was using it just to layer the powder in which I was baking. And anyway, you guys, you will have also this type of makeup sponge, which I think they call it a buffing sponge. You can also, if you're going to bake, you're going to apply your baking powder with it. But I'm not going to bake today, you guys. So you guys, we're going to go ahead and I'm going to apply my contour. I'm going to use this bronzer from LA Girl, and I'm just going to apply and place right on my forehead next to my baby hairs or my edges. By the way, you guys, this palette has a small mirror in which I think is sufficient enough if you don't want to use a lot of mirrors in front of you like I do. I have about 3 mirrors. There's a big mirror here and also here, and I've also used the other one that I always use to apply each and every product, because your sister can barely see what is on the monitor. I can barely see what is on this mirror, which is almost an arm's length away from me. I always classify myself as someone with a warm skin undertone, and that way, you guys, I'm going to apply this bronzer just to sculpt my nose bridge. And I always reject contouring because I find contouring to really be good for people with a cool tone or neutral tone. But for me, because I have a warm undertone, I always find bronzing to be the best thing that's ever happened to me. You guys, you've seen me wearing this type of necklace. I think this is how one can tell if they are red undertone or they are neutral. And by the way, guys, as you can see, I'm having all this sort of matching because they are both silver, but I don't find this to really matching my skin undertone. I'm going to look way too different as soon as I put on the gold necklace. That way, this is how you get to see if you have a warm undertone and if you have a cool and neutral undertone. And if you have neutral undertone, this is what is going to happen. Both of these will be matching you perfectly so. Then you know that you have neutral undertone. But if one of these matches you, then you know that you are one way or the other. And so I'm going to take off the silver. I'm going to be left with the gold. And anyway, you guys, I think I'm tempted to continue this way. And for my blush, you guys, I'm going to apply a cream blush. And for cream blush, I'm going to use cream blush from Catrice. They said it's limited edition. For your cream product, you're going to use this type of sponge. And by the way, you guys, some people use this to apply their cream foundation or your powder foundation. I don't always apply powder foundation really because I'm not one person that is too oily. And nowadays, my skin is leaning more to being dry. And I'm just going to apply this cream blush with it. Oh, I have applied a lot of blush. So this is how I get to use this type of product as well with the applicator. This is what I blend this with. Otherwise, I'm not using this for anything else except when I'm applying my cream blush. And you guys, I'm going to apply my highlighter. For highlighter, I'm going to go for this highlighter. It is somewhat bronzy, sort of bronze highlighter. I'm not going to apply a lot, just going to apply a little tiny bit. Don't forget, we are also trying to apply the Latte makeup look. They say it is all shades of brown and browns. And then you guys, when it comes to my nose bridge, I'm going to use this. I'm just going to highlight my nose bridge. I'm going to also apply on my eyebrow as well. And then you guys, I'm going to go ahead and apply on my cupid's bow. And for my lips, I'm going to apply chocolate brown. It is from Yardley lipstick. They say it is Stay Fast. And then you guys, I think we have handled and really tackled two things at once, which is showcasing how we apply our product with the makeup sponges. So which product we can apply with the sponges and how to use all different type of sponges that we have. And I'm going to go ahead and highlight on my jaw. I think you guys, everything is looking okay. Only that my earrings are getting dirty and dirty. You guys, I'm going to go ahead and apply 3-in-1 makeup setting spray, and it is from Latte. I'm just going to set it in my final look. You guys, I'm going to take my skin tone shade powder. I'm just going to set and buff all over my face. With a smudger brush, you guys, I'm going back to this color that it is. I'm just going to go ahead and apply. And then you guys, I'm going to apply an eyeliner. This eyeliner, it is from Maybelline. And I'm just going to apply mascara. The mascara that I'm applying, it is from Essence. It's a Lash Princess Volume Mascara. And you guys, I don't know about you, but I think I'm feeling myself and I'm looking very, very fly. And anyway, you guys, let me take the 3-in-1 setting spray from Latte, and I'm just going to set. Going to highlight my inner corner. And you guys, this is the final look of this makeup tutorial. I really hope you loved everything, and I hope you enjoyed our teaching. And if you loved everything, don't go ahead and give us a thumbs up, and don't forget to press notification button if you have not yet, so that every time Miss Royalty uploads, you'll be notified. And this is your Royalty sign off.